Hello, good evening, welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself obviously on this pre-match show is Port Bear, who's got the team. Afternoon, Port.
How we doing, mate? We'll start right away with the team. The team is McLaughlin in goal, Zakowski, Sands, Hollander, Barisic, Davis, Ramsey, Ahmad, Wright, Fashion Junior, Kamar Roof. The subs are McCrory, Tavernier, Bassett, Simpson, Kamara, McCann, King, Lowry and Itten.
Well, I think I get two players right in the prediction.
I think we've predicted changes, mate, but I don't think we've predicted that amount of changes, eh?
I suppose a big talking point about people want to see Aaron Ramsey start, yeah?
Aye. It's important to get minutes in his legs, in my opinion, mate. I think we one eyeing, the big European game coming up. So I think that's important to get him in the team, mate. Very important.
Where did you stand in the debate we had last night about whether you get the minutes on the legs on the plastic pitch or do you wait?
I think somebody like Ramsey, he's young enough, mate, that he's been brought probably playing on these plastic pitches through his career as a youngster. I know people are probably worried about his injuries. He's carried it over his career as well, right enough. Is it the best? You're saying there is the best time to start them in a Scottish Cup and on a plastic pitch. It seems dodgy, mate, but maybe he's told that gaff and he feels ready.
All right, okay. Actually, thinking that all Bears shaped the debate, I think we all agreed it wasn't ideal, but because the games are starting to run out, you want them fit as soon as possible. So I understand the logic, mate.
Well, you don't want it to be a £2 million boot camp for Aaron Ramsey to play for Wales, mate, don't you? You want to get him on the pitch as much as you can. So we need to play him. It's as simple as that. I think the games, as you said, they are running out fast, and we want him up to absolute speed because when it comes to playing, after we won for today, big match in Europe, he plays at that level, mate, in the Europa and Champions League. So you want to get him as fit as we can for that.
All right. I think we'll get the phone lines opened if that's all right with you, Marker.
Aye, get it straight in, mate. Let's get going, yeah.
Let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show. It's your platform. Let's hear from you.
For the people who's joined us slightly late, once again, can you give us a team? Port Bear.
Yeah, mate. It's McLaughlin, Zakowski, Sands, Hollander, Barisic, Davis, Ramsey, Ahmad, Wright, Fashion and Kamar Roof. The subs are McCrory, Tavernier, Bassett, Simpson, Kamara, McCann, King, Lowry and Itten.
Okay, we're playing Sands at centre back.
It looks that way, mate, yep. And also, to me, it looks like a wee 4-4-2, mate. I don't know if you agree with that or not.
It'd be unusual if we did, but with the personnel, it looks as if Wright on one side, Ahmed on the other, and Fashion and Ruth up top, with Ramsey and Davis behind them, yeah?
Aye, that's exactly how I've viewed it with that sort of pick the teams, mate. I'm interested to see Fashion up top with somebody else, because I don't actually think he can play as a number 9 in the system that we play. What I do think is he would benefit from having somebody alongside him. So I'm interested to see if that's where we're going to play. I think he could be dangerous along my partner upside him, mate. Let's us experiment as well, doesn't it? Let's see what other things we can do in the team.
That'd be interesting. I'm not shocked at the team, but slightly surprised that that's the team, yeah?
Aye, 100%, mate. I see he's left Goldson right out the team, and I've got a wee sort of theory on that, mate. I think we're getting down to the bare bones of experienced centre-backs. Can we really afford to have Goldson playing that pitch today, mate, and getting injured with some of the games we've got around the corner? So I think it's pretty wise to leave him out, definitely.
And the same argument for Hollander, bring them back, minutes on the plastic pitch. Just circumstances mean you have to do it.
Aye, well, if Balogun doesn't get injured, mate, Pro Hollander could maybe wait to the next game. But minutes and legs, just like Davis, and Ramsey. We need to get these guys. It's great experience, Hollander, Davis, Ramsey. If we can get these guys up to speed, mate, for this title running, it's a big, feather in my cap, mate.
Yeah, arguably one of the biggest stars ever to play in Scotland, Annan Ramsey. We've got the most expensive player, potentially, in Ahmed. The most capped British player ever. Yeah. There's a few big names on that pitch, mate.
Aye, there's probably nearly 200 caps between Davis and Ramsey today, mate, in that midfield. I think Ramsey gets 73 caps and Davis is at 125 he's got, so it's a lot of experience in the middle of the park, mate, which will help with the young players and the new players that are starting today, like Sands, Zakowski, Ahmad. They're all new faces, so that experience will help them big time, mate. And Hollander as well, being a Swedish internationalist as well, playing in Italy as well. So I think that'll help the team, and the youngsters and the team settle in.
If I was playing with Davis and Ramsey, I would say that we've got 200 caps between us.
Aye, exactly. Aye. We take stock of that, mate. Being like Lowry and that, who's on the bench, and the young boy King, McCann, when they're looking up and seeing that 200 caps on there, I mean, if they can't tap into that, mate, and improve and learn, then they're in the wrong job, in my opinion. But I'd be plugging into them, mate, and tapping into every bit of information and watching how they train, etc.
Yeah,
because that's amazing, mate. Yeah, everything, mate. Yeah.
Sakowski, you look forward to seeing him make his debut?
I don't take a lot, things out of the Facebooks, or the YouTube highlights, because it all shows you the best stuff. But what I did see him, he was a bit of a fly machine. He had an eye for goal. He can play right back. He can play right mid, and he can play along left back as well. I've seen him playing, so I'm interested. I want to see him, mate. He's probably under 21 international, so he looks a bit of a fly machine. So it's good to see him. It's good to see. Let's see where he is on levels with Tav to see if he is going to be decent cover for him, mate. So I get him in there.
Give us the team again, mate. I've got a wee theory. There you go. Go on, give us it.
Okay. Joe McLaughlin, Zakowski, Sands, Hollander, Barisic, Davis, Ramsey, Ahmad, Wright, Fashion Jr., Kamar Roof. And the substitutes are McCrory, Tavernier, Bassey, Simpson, Kamara, McCann, King, Lowry, and Itten.
4-1-4-1. There you go.
Oh, right. Give us how you're doing that, then.
Right, okay, the back four's the back four, yeah?
Yeah.
Davis in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
Ramsey, Roof, Wright, and Ahmed, and Fashion right up top, mate.
Right, okay. It still works. Mate, yep. It still works. Definitely. 100%, yep. Totally agree with you. But it's good, though, because that's fluid, mate. That's, if that's not working, you just tweak it, don't you?
Yep. Talking about guys who always need tweaks. We've been joined by Andy Felix. Afternoon, Andy.
Afternoon, boys. that team threw everybody out there, didn't it? I don't think anybody's picking that one on Friday night.
I think so. I think South Side get 2-11.
Aye. So that's look. Looking at it, look. We shouldn't have a problem with these, but looking at it, it's quite strong. I like he's got a few youngsters on the bench. If Rangers go and finish the game in the first half, then you could probably introduce a couple of them. The Ramsey one you were talking about last night, that kind of intrigues me. I mean, I know we're running out of games, but they pitches, they can be a problem. But like he said, Gio, he said to him, didn't he? He asked him, does anybody want to play on the pack? He said no. So we'll go with what he's done. It looks good. We'll get a look at the Polish guy at right back, right? Can I just ask a question there? I can hear the rumours that we paid $3 million for him. That can't be right, surely.
You've just got to keep away from some of the people you're hanging about with, mate. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that's going to leave me alone then.
I'll give you some advice. But you can have that one for free, Port Bear.
Right, okay. Yeah, well, I just say I couldn't say that. I'm saying to myself like last night, like, nah, no chance, man. We're not going to pay 500 for Suter. You're not limping out money for that, surely. But you know, but I mean, I hope the boy has a good game. I'm kind of looking forward to it, right enough. You know,
right, don't answer your own questions, Port Bear.
You more or less just not saying that you've answered your own question. If they're not going to pay that for Suter,
we might as well finish the show.
Right, thanks for the call, is it? See you later.
How are you seeing the team yourself, Andy, lining up?
Probably similar to what Ox's just said there, right enough, with Davis in front of the back four, yeah. And is it who's up top? Is it Roof and Sashin?
Yeah.
I would probably go with Ox right enough. I'd like to see he's got a good few goals, right? Because I don't think, you know, we're damned if we do, we're damned if we don't with this game. But you know, we go out and hammer him. It's expected. If we struggle, then we're going to give him at large. You're not really going to learn anything out of this game today. Well, all you're going to do is get game time into some of the guys' legs that need it, aren't you?
You're spot on. You're
what
not
do you
going to
think?
take
Sorry,
anything, are you? It's a lose-lose situation today, Port.
Oh, 100%, mate. Aye. You know, if we go out there and struggle to a 1-0 or a 2-0, you know, people will be asking questions, you know, and asking if should we have played with our strongest team, etc. Aye, so you're open up for serious questions for the manager if he doesn't go out and get the result and the same attitude as we get from the European games and the league games. One of the selections, mate, that's threw me today, and probably used to as well, because I know used to were very angry about him. Number 31, Borna Barisic. Do you think he's been put in the team again to try and? We know he's a confidence player. We know a moment like St Mirren can lift him. Is this a sort of game that can lift Borna Barisic to the levels we know he can play at?
I think it's a punishment, Andy.
You know what I think about him. I've said that continuously about him. I've never seen a Croatian that soft in my life, right enough. I agree with what he was saying last night, what the guys were saying. You know, he's definitely got a lack of confidence. That guy just cannot defend. I keep saying he has shugs. He's a left-handed sided player. And he keeps turning back on himself. He can never get behind his defender and get touched tight on him. But he even looks clumsy when he turns inside on himself as a left-handed side. I keep asking, explain this, because I don't understand it. I get it if it's a left-handed defender on the right-hand side. He even looks clumsy coming in on the left-hand side, doesn't he? I don't rate him at all. I mean, he wouldn't play again for me. I mean, then what do? You sap the guy's confidence. I get all of that right enough, and at the end of the day, he's putting the shirt on for the Rangers right enough. But he's not good enough. I mean, I bet I wish he didn't make that statement. Well, if somebody comes in for 30 million, he was tongue in cheek, like, but it doesn't sound too clever. I know that one, does it?
No.
I just don't rate him at all. I mean. Again, what do you do on that pitch? If he's lacking confidence, let's say a couple of their guys get about him, makes a couple of bad, passes off straight away, it probably wouldn't help him with his frame of mind right enough. But sometimes you've got to play them through it, haven't you? I don't think he'll figure much in the big games myself. I don't know what you guys think.
Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if he's playing a Charlton. Don't be surprised.
No, I'm not really bothered about. I want us to win or get the result of that, but I'm more bothered about Dundee United next Sunday. I wouldn't like to see him in that game. Let me put it that way.
Once he plays, I mean, it's a strange one. Does he just look as if he's short of confidence? I mean, the turning back, and that's a big thing for me all the time, Port. When you see him, not always, but sometimes there's yards in front of him and he can go on and see where the game takes him. Because he's confidence and short, you see him go back. So hopefully he can get a bit of confidence today. And I suppose, what all things in life, Mucker, it can go both ways.
Aye, definitely, mate. If he goes out and, as I said, has a St Mirren moment, and we listen to Oxford, we know the quality that Borna, brings. We signed him for the reason of we're bombing forward. That one day left foot. I mean, there's no doubt he's got a great left foot. And in his first 6 games under Gio, I thought we had the old Borna back. He was looking dead positive. It looks as if the manager's confidence. The manager had his back, and his manager been pretty, good and praised with him in some of the interviews we've seen. So I don't know what's happened to him, mate. Obviously, the drubbing we got at Parkhead didn't help him. He came under some serious slack for his performance, and rightly so. His compatriot played against him and made him look like an absolute dumpling. So, he's got a long way to get back, in the trust of Rangers fans' eyes, Oxtear. So, as I said, to me, he's a confidence-based player. He needs an arm in him. He needs a moment of magic, something to tackle, a peachy across onto Roof Seededy or something, or a free kick. And I think we get the ball in our back. But like you says, in the European games, mate, he does seem to come into his own there because he gets more time in the ball, etc. So I'd like to see him get back because we've got him, mate. He's probably my first choice left back. I know Bassey's got that shirt at the moment, but he's in a game, another chance. But I think we have to support the guy until the end of the season, mate, and see what the end of the season brings.
We have to support him, but we can't give him confidence, mate. That's the thing.
No, we can't. We can't, definitely.
That's got to come from within,
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, Andy, maybe it's simple. He just needs a change, the boy. Maybe shake hands at the end of the season. He moves on and we move on, yeah?
Yeah, I don't think Scottish football, we all want to see him do well. We don't want to see any Rangers play. I just try to be honest at what I say every day. I'll just say it as each game goes by. He's not got many strings to his bow, that's what I'll say. So obviously he's got a free kick that we know he's got, and we know that he can cross a ball. But when he's not using them attributes towards the team, then he's causing us problems big time. So you've got to have more about you than just two things in the modern day football as well, what they're asked of. I'll tell you, it's an interesting one. I know as I just said, the opposition's not great. But, and I'm one of them, as you know, I'm not all over a Goldstein, but he's out of the team today. So, all the guys were looking at it say, well, you probably see his work today if we do have a little, couple of dodgy spells in the back. So you might get to see that. Unfortunately, the opposition's not that good, and it wouldn't have happened if it had been a stronger team, obviously. But that's an interesting one. Look at the centre-half pair in there, see how they get on today. Hopefully we're going to be on the uptake and going at them and not having to worry about the back line. And I want to see a lot of goals today. I'd be disappointed if we don't get 5 or 6. But football in it these days.
Ranger things have happened. Okay, yeah. Let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
I think it'd be good for a lot of the players to get involved in the goals today, but first and foremost, why win the game? Then win it comfortably, then put on a performance and make first. I think the priority win the game and make sure everybody's safe and fit.
That's it. That end part you said there, mate, is the most important. Make sure we get through this game unscathed, but injury-wise, in regards to the game itself, I'd like to see a game being done and dusted, mate, in the first half. And like Andy touched on, let's see Young, McCann, King and Lowry all getting a crack, on the pitch today. The one thing I'm a wee bit concerned about the back line, mate, today is who's the commander, who's the voice at the back, who's the organiser? Because
it should be one man. It's got to be Hollander, isn't it?
Aye, well, I would agree with that, but I've just never seen him doing that, mate. If I'm totally honest, it's always been Golson in it or Tav. So I'm interested to see some of the steps forward. I want to see that. I want to see Hollander, or if it's Sands or Zakowski, whoever it is. I want to see somebody stepping forward today and really commanding that back line. But Hollander, as you said, being an experienced player, marshals Sands and keeps him in track and talks him through the game like Golson does well at times with other players.
There'll be one wee guy in the middle of the park who'll be organising everybody, Andy.
Yeah, that'll be the man Davis. Yeah, I think we've missed him. I think he's a smashing player. You never know the fact that he's been out that length of time. And on the running, he could be vital to us. But he's another guy that don't seem to get injured much. So he could be vital in certain parts of certain games that are in front of us. To get us to where we need to be. But I really want to win the Scottish Cup. I mean, as I said to you before, I used to love travelling up for all them games, back in the day. And there was something about the Scottish Cup. I always liked that end of the season there, the last game, and if you won it, you could lord it up over them and all that kind of stuff, So, it's time we start. Once we get one of these cups, then we might start winning them regularly like we used to do, if you get what I mean. It's just breaking that monkey off the back now. I mean, we'll go back with us too. We went a long period without winning the Scottish Cup for a long time as well. So let's put that right now. We're not in the league now. We're in the Scottish Cup year today.
25 year ones. 25 years without winning the Scottish Cup.
It was a long time, right enough. You look at all the trophies we've won, all right, you wouldn't think that, but we've had with barring years. We tend to forget that, at times. And I've always said that, right, but we had great teams and great battling teams. They were always the finesse team back in my day. Like, we were a powerhouse team, weren't we? We come through with the passion and the fight. Great. I mean, the greatest cup final I ever went there was a Centenary Cup final. My feet never touched the ground all day. That atmosphere will live with me forever. The absolute scream about Tam Forsyth was an absolute beauty. But I want to see us lift that cup again. There's always something about the Scottish Cup. Even the League Cup, we used to own that, didn't we? At one bit, right enough. Even when we were bad, we would win that League Cup. We'd always won a trophy. I just want to see Rangers start doing that. I don't want these people. It's too close for me now.
Andy, have you been on the Abbey Water?
No, I've not touched a drink for nearly 2 weeks now. I'm getting strange. I actually realised what I look like in the last 2 weeks.
20 eyes are in it, Port Bear. My ears are bleeding.
Like I say, I actually realised what I look like in the last 2 weeks.
Oh dear. Port, it is important. But this is a time we should win. No problem. We move on. The draw will be made over the weekend, and then the quarter final, it starts getting serious, yeah?
Aye. Quarter final, semi final, mate. That's where it starts to ramp up. And Andy's right, by the way, Oxford. We're a club that needs to start winning doubles and trebles. And that again, that's what I grew up seeing. Quite a lot of doubles and trebles. So, I'd like to see Rangers get back to that again. It's good to get the first league title. But, this title could go to the wire, mate, and it'd be great to win this title and get a nice wee Scottish Cup with a nice wee double, mate. And also beat Dortmund. I'm not asking for much, but that's what I'd like to see us in this next couple of weeks.
Why not? Why not shoot for the stars? There's nothing wrong. We try to be positive, Andy. Yeah, 1902, 1903, 1927, 28. We went 25 years. So was that a good cup final, Andy? The 27.
I was well up in the vodka by then, so I wouldn't remember that one. No, there is periods in that, but you want to start winning. As I say, it fears me before I go out of this world. I've been around it with, being well in front of them, and I don't want to be going out this world with them in front of me. And I want Rangers to start winning championships on a regular basis, but I want them putting
right after. Can I just say right after the show, Portbear, you have to report to HR, mate.
Okay.
I don't think they're kidding. Right,
I better get yellow pages down my backside.
I think you better get your old phone directory and all, mate. There's a lot of feathers being spat. Right, okay. Andy, what is the score going to be? What have you went for the day?
I went for 7.
7?
I took 7. Like
what price did you get for that?
I don't know because he's not come back. I know he's put it on. Dear me. I trust him because he put it on the last couple of times. So But
did it win?
I went for 7. I think it was 4 or 5.
Did it win the last couple of times?
No. What was it? Well, they bust it last week for me, didn't they? They got 5 instead of 4. I took 4, and I can't. What was the one before it? After each won it, I had Rangers at 4-1, 4-2 then at that game. So not really won, but I think I'd like to see us get 4 or 5. I think if I'm being logical, it'll be 4 or 5. But if we could, get your scoring boots on, and players like to score goals, and it does for the confidence and all that. So, but as we said, we're not going to learn much, are we?
No, not at all. But the wee boy Ahmed, definitely playing outside right. I don't think he's suited for anywhere else. Port.
I think that's very pleasant, mate. I think it's important though he does his job a day, mate. I think the tracking backsider playing wide at any level now, mate, is you've got to do both jobs. He can't just do what he done, in the previous game where he just stayed forward and didn't, give his fullback a hand, because you've got Zakowski, who's young as well, on that right side. So the two of them will need to be, speaking today and helping each other out, because I know, no disrespect to Annan, mate, I really don't want to disrespect the team, but they're going. I think they'll come out, mate, and have a wee go and get stuck right in. I think they'll win a game for about 40 minutes, basically. I think they'll have a wee go, mate.
4 of Gio's players starting Andy. Is that important for you? He starts making his mark as a manager?
Yeah, he's kind of crossed at the moment. He's got to go with the ones that are there as well, and the Gerrard, and to get us to where we need to be. But yeah, I think he will. I mean, I think there'll be a total rebuild in the season at the end of the season, no matter what we do. Certain players are going. I think we know that, and he will have his own players in mind. Hopefully, he's got a pot of money behind him, or a wee bit of money behind him, off the Champions League, or knowing that money's coming in to get better quality than what we've got in the books now, because what we have to do, because we have to step up, and we're going to go into the Champions League. We don't want to be going in and getting embarrassed. We want to be able to hold our own there. So yeah, I think it's good. Were you alarmed? Yeah, I was a bit alarmed when he said in the press conference though that he didn't see anything wrong with the plastic pitches. I'm going, hang on a minute, are you sure? But he seems to, he seems to have his own ideas. He's a very honest guy, isn't he? He's very honest at what he thinks.
Maybe he's never had a problem with the quality they play on in Holland. But
I think I think what he's making sure, mate, there's no excuses today. I think that's first and foremost. He doesn't want them dropping their levels, and doesn't want, Andy always talks about this, their attitude, etc. He doesn't want that dropping because of who they're playing today and where they're playing on that plastic pitch, mate. So I don't think, especially as I said, mate, the younger generation guys like Ahmad, Sands, and all them younger boys that's in that team, they've all grown up with plastic pitches, mate. Not like us playing on red blaze and grass, so plastic pitches won't bother most of that team.
Black ash for Andy, black ash.
Well, the sheep's gone today anyway, that's for sure.
Is that him out?
They're out, yeah, 2-1 to Motherwell.
I think he could lose his job, that boy. I don't think he's going to last. Yeah, but anyway.
No, not at all.
Anyway, what a shame. My heart bleeds. Right, okay, Port Bear, how do you see it going?
I think they're easy. 4-0 Oxford. 2 in the first half, 2 in the second half. Comfortable win. They'll only be up for it for 45 minutes, because second half they're booting their feet, chasing the ball about, hopefully. So I can see a strong 4-0 win, mate.
All right, okay. 4-0. I think I would take that, but I want Andy score. Today, yeah?
Well, I could have said 1, mate. I could have said Bridge.
A bridge.
He's a Bridge.
He likes entertaining football, Andy, doesn't he? He's put about 50 years on us all.
I've aged about 50 years since I've got this show. Every time, 1-0. He's a good man though, Bridge. I sent a load of pictures on the WhatsApp of all the old players, and he texted back saying thanks a lot, good memories and all that, some great players in him, I know, enough, But it's good. As long as his lady's all right and all that.
Yeah, things are moving in the right direction. I think he had left an Ironman route for her to see. It was a sort of fitness test, He's a traditionalist, is he, Bridge? He's a traditionalist.
What's an iron? I'll buy a one, but I'll not use one, that's for sure.
Well, they're very dangerous. I wouldn't touch them myself,
No, that's it. You can get burnt using them, so I just got to get on with it,
Our behaviour cell used to dinosaurs.
Oh, mate, I've got to agree with Andrew in this one, mate.
You in the modern world, partner?
Yes, mate, yes. I'm the modern.
I'm too old to change, that's my problem.
I've got my pile line at the bottom of my bed to get started.
You make your own snap and all that to go to your work, do you? Well, do us a favour, Paul. Ask that lady to get rid of that hat when you're eyeing it, will you? You know the one with the green panels on it?
Oh, dear. Right, give us a team again, Port Bear.
My team today is McLaughlin, Zakowski, Sands, Hollander, Barisic, Davis, Ramsey, Ahmad and Wright, Fashion Junior, Kamar Roof. The subs are McCrory, Tavernier, Bassett, Simpson, Kamara, McCann, King, Lowry and Itten.
We wouldn't have been able to name this team back in December, Port, would we?
No, mate, well, definitely not. But it's to say, what I'm really happy about, mate, is the youngsters that's managing to make the bench, the youngsters that's managing to train with the first team. You know, I think we've got a strong squad, mate. And like the manager touched on in his last press conference, he has upgraded the squad with the signings he made, in his opinion. And in my opinion, of course, with Ramsey and that coming in. So it's onwards and upwards, mate. And as you said, there's 4 of his players in that squad today in the first team. So things are starting to move quickly.
Aye. It's, I'm not saying it's a shock, the team, Andy, but I just think that we thought there might have been some players for the first 11 playing, mate.
Yeah, well, I thought that when you were talking last night, like I was listening, thinking, I was chuckling myself. Was trying to get a team here, take there, and you knew 3 of them that was playing because they more like tell you in the press conference, right enough. But yeah, it was a bit of a shock. But you see what you can say about Gio as well. Like you say, 4 years players, but also he's introducing young guys on the bench far more than Gerrard even blinked or looked at. You know, so. He's probably giving an inkling as to, you know, he'll get his own players in, but if he thinks the youngsters are good enough, they'll figure, or they'll be on that bench, and if one of them will get a Derek Johnson or a Wally Anderson come out of them, you know, then, you know, and go on to get the heights that they 2 guys have mentioned, you know. So that's good, you know. I mean, I just don't feel, I've got nothing against the boy from Manchester. I just don't feel that, you know, that we're bringing a guy in there, you know, and then if he does well for us, I would announce him just for another club. I'm sick of them projects. I want our own youngsters playing in that we know that are committed to our club. I get all that what they've got to do. I mean, I don't fancy him. He did a couple of tricks against Ross County, scored the goal. But, geez, he's tracking back. Geez, man. That's a worry, innit, you know, but...
I don't think that was necessarily his fault, mate. I think that was the tactics to stay high and wide, mate. Yeah, I think that was the tactics because Kent was the exact same, you know.
You could have a point, but there again, in these days, also, or back in our day, if you saw your teammate was struggling or that when I played, you went back and helped him, try to get him through the game, you know.
And excuse for that, I wouldn't run about for everybody.
Oh, and I used to love that. The old back, you can't touch anybody now, can you? I used to love getting stuck in like that. Was the football, and that's real football. You know?
He's a ball.
A couple of kickers and then in the boozer after it, having a drink with each other, going, "What the hell's happened there?" They were the days, man. When the jeez, man, get stuck in, man, bang.
Yeah, the game's changed. The game's changed.
Yeah.
There was no plastic pitches. They're relatively modern thing, Port, but no new.
Yeah.
You can understand teams like Annan having them. We're not having a go.
No.
But can you understand the teams in the top flight being allowed them?
I've got my opinion on them, mates. They should have been, you know, the top flights, i.e. Premier League, etc. in Scotland. I know some clubs use them as revenue, mate. I know that.
Would you say that would be fair to say the Championship as well? So you're playing for promotion, so if you've no got it, you can go up right away.
One of the stipulations should be if you're coming into the Premier League, mate, you must have a grass pitch. And if you've not got it, you don't get promoted. Simple as that. I think if you're, you know, understand the revenue side of it, mate, but in the top flight, you know, world football, none of the top leagues have got them, mate, in theirs. So why should we accept them in theirs? I think it makes us look like, you know, a wee bit like amateurish at times, mate, accepting them into the top leagues.
Mm-hmm. Is there none in Germany?
Not the top division.
Right, okay.
No.
All right, okay. I know Switzerland's got some in there.
Young Boys got one, yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I accept your point. I think I would be even harder. I would say as soon as you got into the Championship, you're going to have a grass pitch, Andy.
Yeah, all your top end, mate, you shouldn't be playing them. You get, as Potts just said there, the benefits are there, you know, that very rarely get rained after, can have concerts on it or every night, so clubs and, you know, other venues have to do what they have to do. I ever played on them once when we went, Ian Durant Oil, we used to run out and we played somebody for London, the Rangers band for London. I had to go after 40 minutes, right enough. Mind you, I was about 17 stone at the time, right enough. I had to go off. They were murdered them pitches, and they don't seem. I know they're saying they've improved, but they don't seem much better than the day when I played on it, right enough. But no, I wouldn't. They're murdered. Look at the injuries. Some bad injuries often, right enough, and shouldn't be playing. Nowhere near the top leagues. Not at all. No, not for me.
Yeah, I get it. Right, okay. Who's getting the goals today? We could do with Fashion scoring. We could do with Roof scoring. We could do with Aaron Ramsey scoring, Port.
We'll stay with Paul Barisic scoring, mate, as well. Aye, definitely. I think for, Roof's confidence as well, mate. I think Fashion, he's getting to the stage, mate, in my opinion. I don't know what your opinion on this is, guys. Fashion Sakala, every time he's come off the bench, mate, offers either a goal or he offers an assist. He makes a real difference when he comes on. And I know he's a different player from Alfredo Morelos. He's going to find it so tough to shift him at a number 9 spot. But it's getting very difficult, guys, to leave him out, I think. Because he's infectious, he's enthusiasm for the game, he's positive, he likes to drive it, defences. And like I said, he's chipped in his fair share of goals from the bench. Do you guys think he's knocked on the door to, get a start?
Paul, I would, but I've got a theory about that. I don't think Gio fancies him long term. That boy had a hat-trick against Motherwell. That minds that leap he did like a salmon to get that goal, get us in front. He scored an hat-trick for his team over there. You've not really seen much of him at all. It's wee cameo positions, but you've answered it properly where he's not going to shift Morales, because Morales has come back lean, really looking good. But I'm sure you could find another position for him. Apparently the other boy, the Colombian that's playing in the B team, they reckon he's as good as well, so I'm floating about as well.
So he never scored the goal today, did he?
No, we get beat 2-0. I've seen that right enough. Well, they used to show the games, Ox, but they've stopped showing them now. I don't know why. I don't know if it's contract or something like that. I followed the B team quite regularly when they were on at the start of the season. Some good wee youngsters in that team, that boy McCann that's come up, he looks, and the boy from Blackpool. I think that boy's got a future. Yeah. There's some.
He's a top goal scorer.
Yeah.
Whether they'll make it with us, some of them will have careers in football. It's what level they'll get to. But listen, they're going to have the off days and down days when they're so young playing against the experienced pros. But it's all about development. But good to see. Maybe they missed Leon King and Alex Lowry today. Port, yeah.
That's two the absolute quality, mate, from that team. Two that's very highly regarded, at Rangers. And King was also touted to be, getting shipped about the Man United and your Bayern Munich's of these worlds as well. They were all looking at him before he signed his contract. But he's 17, about to be 18. But that's quality to lose for your B team, mate. I know we add them to the first team squad, which I'm mega happy about. But it's the real quality to lose for a B team. It's obviously shown, mate, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Can I just give a shout out to our good friend Ronnie Bell? Ronnie's going through a lot of health problems at the moment, and hope everything works out, Ronnie. We'll be in touch soon, mate. Miss you in the lobby and miss your chats, mate. Take care and get well soon.
Here, second that man.
Yeah. Man of life's good guys, Port Bearer.
Oh, he's amazing, mate. I've been involved with Ronnie, on a personal level, as in I'm helping a few youngsters down for where I live. So he's one of life's gentlemen, mate. A great guy. So I hope he gets well and things sorted out very soon, mate.
There you go, Andy. I'm sticking with you. I'm going for Alan Goodman.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought. But first, if I get it right, though, that's the thing.
I know. You get the score right, as often as Southside gets the team right.
Well, it comes in today. I'll buy myself a nice new hat there to come up for the race night, right enough. I've got a ticket for the game, right enough in the afternoon, so I'm looking forward to that, actually getting inside Ibrox and sampling. It was good when we were up for that wee dance thing, looking out the windows onto the ground. The memories came flooding back there, my dad and all that, so and so it'd be nice to just get in the stadium. I wish it had been the first team, obviously, but I'll take that for the start. The last 4 times I've been up, it's been shut.
Some of your memories might be playing.
Yeah, well, yeah. I think Chris Boyd might get a run out there right enough. He was one of my favourites modern day strikers.
He'll get a bigger reception now than he got when he played.
I know. Well, he never said nothing when he was playing, was he? I mean, they're after him like no tomorrow. I love that. I mean, a guy in the media that's actually going to stand up and say what it is. But all the other guys, your Barrys and all them, were sort of laying down with him and, accepting what was being thrown at us for the last 10 years there, right? That kind of riled me, as I'm pretty sure it did most of you. So, Boyd don't give a, does he? He's a man, and he says it as he is. He's honest. He's honest when Rangers are not good as well. Before we won the league, he would put it out there. I mean, I don't mind that. You can always say what you see. All
right, okay. Building up to the game, we went for 7. Me and Andy, you're going for 4. Port. John McLaughlin, he always keeps clean sheets, doesn't he?
He certainly does, mate. He's an able deputy. I watched his interview yesterday. Again, very positive, mate. Understands where he is behind McGregor at the moment. He signed that, that extension, his deal, mate. He knows he's got one eye on McGregor's gloves, mate. How long can Alan McGregor keep going? Then McLaughlin's a very able deputy, mate. I don't even class him as another deputy. I think he's the second best keeper in Scotland. That's my opinion, mate.
What age is he, Pot?
33.
That's nothing, is it?
No,
he signed the contract like you said, hasn't he? Because he knows that the big shag is away at the end of the season. I think he's going to retire. He wouldn't have signed a contract to stay on if he didn't think he was getting game time next season. That's just my opinion,
That makes sense, Andy. That makes sense. Well, gentlemen, we've reached that time of the show. We will only be back on after the match, which is unusual for us, but just the timing of the game finishing this mental kickoffs on a Saturday evening, Andy. It's mental, isn't it?
Oh, unbelievable, isn't it? It's been a long day, just waiting for it. But I'm glad the show was on. I like my shows, as you know. I like to come on match days.
We'll be back on Monday. We'll have a review for the bridge. I don't know who'll be doing it. Pressure's on somebody. Obviously celebrating the Rangers victory, Port there.
Yes, mate, 100%. It should be a very entertaining view from a bridge because we'll have plenty of action, I believe, mate. So the pressure's on. Bridge sets a high standard, mate. So no pressure.
The wee chuckle there, Pot, into listening to them all doing bridge man, and you can hear him getting dry in the throat. And how have I done? Brilliant.
You wouldn't believe that a wee jingle could make men go weak at the knees, Andy, would you?
I know. I used to have a wee jingle years ago, but nothing happens in that department neither these days.
The Chuck Berry.
Aye.
Right, okay. Listen, Andy, thanks for joining us. Port Bears.
No problem.
That's one for you, mate.
Aye, thanks very much for having us, Oxshire. Cheers, Andy, for coming on, mate. And let's go and watch this game and enjoy a strong Rangers victory. And let's see Mr. Ramsey put on a show for his day, mate. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Here. Enjoy the game, Andy. Enjoy the game, Port.
Yep.
Thanks to
you
Fox
too, guys.
Thanks to Fox and Old School Blue for putting on the show. We'll be back Monday, 8 o'clock as normal, but everybody go and enjoy the Rangers with a comfortable victory, hopefully. Take it away, Old School Blue.
Every Saturday we follow, we cheer the boys in blue, the most successful team in football. We're Scotland's gallant few, though times they have been hard, we're followed near and far. You will always hear us roaring from the stands in Ibrox Park. Every Saturday we follow to cheer the boys in blue, the most successful team in football, who's Scotland's gallant few. most successful team in football. With Scotland's gallant few, with times they have been hard, will follow near and far. You will always hear